Hello and welcome to IFTY's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be looking at the 2012 5th Gen iPod Touch. Okay, so here we have the iPod Touch. What we'll do, we'll open the box first, we'll see what comes inside the box, and then we'll compare the size against an iPhone 5. Now, these comes in two sizes, the 32, apologies for the finger mark there, the 32 and the 64 gig, so you don't get smaller than the 32 gig anymore. And if we open this as usual from the top, there we go. As usual, we're greeted with the actual iPod itself first. We'll take a look at that in just a second. I've got the blue version here, so we'll take a look at that in just a second. And in here we have your normal user guides, the USB to Lightning. Bear in mind that all Apple items that come out now have Lightning adapters with them. The blue loop just in there, and some Apple AirPods. Now bear in mind these AirPods are just like the AirPods that we receive with the iPod Nano, i.e. they do not have the inline volume and microphone controls. They're just the standard headphones. So we've got no microphone or volume controls with these at all. I believe with the previous version we at least got the volume controls, but we don't get that. So it's the very basic package here. So that's all we receive inside the box. If I take a look at the iPod Touch itself, we'll take it out of its packaging here. We need to remove the top plastic to begin with, and then we take it away from its plastic backing like so. So here we have the iPod Touch itself. Nice and thin, is very much lighter than the previous generation. Now looking at the back, I'm not sure if you can see that the actual lens for the camera protrudes slightly from the actual body itself. So if you have a look at the rear, as I said, we've got the blue version here. We've got a slight plastic part here for the antenna, the Wi-Fi antenna. We have our standard camera here, and that's a slightly better camera than the previous iPod, and the sensor is the same as what's in the iPhone 5. I believe that's a 5 megapixel camera, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the same sapphire crystal lens as we receive in the iPhone 5. Next to that we have a small microphone as well as a flash. Now we didn't have the flash with the previous models, so that's a very welcome addition there. And at the bottom here we have another small section which we can press in and it pops out. Hopefully you can just about make it out there. There we go, it pops out, and that's where you can attach your loop, your wrist strap, and then that goes back in like so. Now the top of the device, as usual, just has your power port at the top, and at the sides we have your volume control buttons. They're the same color as the back. Bear in mind this comes in several different colors, and we've got the blue here. I believe it comes in a red, green, slate black, and so on, all available on the Apple website. And then at the bottom here we've got a speaker grill here, your Lightning connector, as well as the 3.5mm audio jack. So we've got they all come in white now. If I switch that on, we've got the same Retina screen that we have with the iPhone now. So I've got an iPhone just here. We can see that the size-wise, they are exactly the same. So if I put that on top, we can see the size is exactly the same. The iPod is slightly thinner. Hopefully we can make it out there. The iPhone is slightly thicker than the actual iPod. You can see the bottom there again. We can see it's slightly thicker than the iPod. There we go. So the actual camera, the actual lens of the camera looks bigger than that of the iPhone, but the quality of the iPhone camera is reportedly better than that of the actual iPod. So there we go. That was a quick look over the 2012 iPod. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. and as I play with this, if I come across anything further, any further advancements, we'll take a look in a future video. But that was a quick overview of the 2012 5th Gen iPod Touch. What do you think of the iPod Touch? Leave a comment below. See you in the next video on IFTY's Tech Corner.